roster with the NHL for the 2013-14 season. And I want to go over some of those moves with you today, talk about some of them. We have assigned Roman Horak, Blair Jones, Patrick Seeloff, and Rito Berra to Abbotsford. We have designated Chris Breen as an injured non-roster player, as he's not yet been cleared by the medical staff to play. We have placed Mike Camilleri on injured reserve, retroactive to the date of his injury, which is September the 14th, meaning that he is eligible to be removed from IR at whatever point in time he is medically cleared and able to play. Camilleri will be seeing the doctors again today, and we expect updated information after they have examined him. From the time of the injury, our doctors and our trainers, as well as Mike himself, were convinced that the injury would be one that would heal quickly, which is the reason that he was listed as day-to-day. Unfortunately, the injury has not healed as quickly as we or Mike or the medical team had hoped. And again, we'll make further information available to you as we go along. Clearly, we're on Monday. We practice tomorrow. We don't expect Mike to be practicing tomorrow. We play Thursday, so that's going to be difficult to get him ready and in the lineup for Thursday, but we'll see. And again, we'll let you know more once we know more from the doctors. We're currently carrying a group of 14 healthy forwards, 7 healthy defensemen, and 2 goaltenders. As it relates to the moves we made, Rito Berra, we told Rito when we met with him that we believe he has outstanding talent, and we're convinced he'll be a #1 everyday goaltender in the National Hockey League in short order. At present, we think that Kari Ramo is just slightly ahead of Rito, and that's the reason that Kari is going to get the first opportunity to carry the ball. Under different circumstances, we might well have kept Rito in a 1A or backup capacity. However, because Rito has never played in North America before, and because of the fact that Joy McDonald must clear waivers in order to be assigned, we told Rito we want him to go into Abbotsford and experience the North American game, experience the travel that he's going to have as a pro, playing in North America, playing in the National Hockey League, and work on some specific areas of his game that our goaltending coach, Clint Malarchuk, discussed with him. At the same time, as we advised Rito, we don't believe that at this point in time Joey McDonald would clear waivers, and for that purpose or that reason we didn't want to expose him to waivers. We're very, very pleased with the camp that Rito had. We're confident he's going to be back in Calgary at some point this season and is going to help our hockey team win games. Patrick Seeloff, another player we assigned. Patrick had an excellent camp. We believe he will play games in Calgary this season, which is the reason that we decided to turn him pro as opposed to sending him back for another year in junior. At this point, we feel that Patrick could be here as a 7th defenseman, and we could continue to teach him the pro game. As we told Patrick at the time, we don't believe that's in his or our best interest. We believe that rather than receiving limited or no ice time for stretches at a time here in Calgary, it's important that he goes to Abbotsford and develops his game. He'll get top 4 minutes down there, and he'll develop in a pro environment. We have full confidence in the teaching and the coaching that he's going to get from Troy Ward and from Robbie Fatorik, and as we said, go in there and do the things we're asking, and we think sooner rather than later, Patrick will be back and contributing here with the Calgary Flames. Ben Street and Derek Smith, I know you're all aware that we placed both of those players on waivers yesterday. Both players cleared waivers, and both of them are with our team at this time and are part of our opening day roster. By placing them on waivers and having them clear, it provides us with greater flexibility in terms of roster moves down the road. The way it works is that once a player clears waivers, as those two have, the club has 30 days or 10 games played by that player, not by the team, but by that player, in which it may assign the player to the minors without having to put the player on waivers once again. So in the instance of both of those players, and they were both advised that, we wanted roster flexibility. They've earned the right to start with us and compete here as we go along, but again, it gives us some flexibility. Joe Colburn talked with some of you yesterday, but not all of you certainly. Very, very pleased to have Joe with us and to welcome him back home to Calgary. Bob Hartley and his coaching staff, they've already met with Joe and will continue to provide him with the crash course as far as our system, our team concept, and the way we want to play. And the coaching staff alone will determine his readiness to play, when he plays, where he plays. All of the playing decisions, the roster is ours, but who he puts on the lineup, that's up to the coaches. So who's going to play where, what, who's going to get what kind of ice time when we open in Washington, that's all up to Bob and his coaches. Sean Monahan is with us. Sean has earned the right to be with us and start the season here. As you all know, we have a 9-game window where we can audition him and determine whether he will remain with us in Calgary this season or whether we'll send him back to the OHL and his junior team. We will continue to monitor Sean's progress on a daily basis. We'll see how he stacks up, how the games come to him, what kind of ice time he gets, and then we'll make a decision that we believe to be in the best interest of both Sean Monahan's continued development and also in the best interest of the Calgary Flames organization.